Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Tiff from Journal with Tiff, and I wanted to round out the month with just 4 more inks that are kind of pinkish. Just a few weeks ago, I posted a video of Valentine-inspired pinkish or pink-toned inks that I will definitely leave a link for so that you can revisit that if you need to. But today it's more about inks that are not necessarily pink. They may come across as pink, or it could just be you see the pink undertones in a swatch. Before I get started, I do want to kind of emphasize that these are not necessarily pink inks in the sense that we all know that when you write, it may not show up as pink as it does as when it's a swatch. And I do a lot of swatching. For example, I like to decorate my pages either with stickers or with a swatch of the ink that I chose, or both. So yeah, I really enjoy swatching simply because I tend to write with a finer nib. And when you write with a finer nib, you're not going to consistently get all of the beauty that comes along with each ink. So the way I appreciate it is to have a swatch on the page. So yeah, that I enjoy that. It helps me to appreciate inks. So just keep that in mind, that these inks, you'll be able to see the pinkish tones in a swatch, maybe not necessarily in the writing for all of them. Today I'll be swatching in my Hoponichi Techo Day Free with Tomoe River paper. I will be making my droplets with just a basic glass eyedropper. Also swatching and testing with my Kakamori dip nib. And I will also be using a condiment cup inspired by Leanne Lakes. The first ink is by Birmingham Pen Co. and it is Petrified Wood. I have no clue what initially possessed me to try this particular ink because I will admit, even on the page, it was just very interesting. I'm not exactly sure what caused me to be interested in it as far as like the colorway, but I'm glad I did because it is such an interesting ink. And as you can see, there's a lot of pink there on the page. So as you can see, it goes from pink to green. I mean, look at that swatch. This is the most one of the most interesting inks that I own. Birmingham Pen Co. Petrified Wood. Next, I have Brown Pink by Inkibara. And when I got this one, I was like, really, is it going to be brown? Is it going to be pink? Like, what color is this going to be? Wasn't sure at all. I'll do a swatch here. Definitely can see the pink undertones to the brown. And that is Inkibara Brown Pink. Next I have Diamine Yule Log, and this is actually just a brown ink. It's a very beautiful brown ink, but it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom to hopefully get the shimmer. it has this gorgeous pink shimmer to it that is just, oh my gosh, it is beautiful. One of my favorites. And this is definitely one that you probably, depending on your nib, will definitely see the shimmer if your nib is large enough. Diamond Yule Log. And lastly is Troublemaker Kelp Tea. This is described as a pea green color if you look up the description. But what's super interesting about this particular ink is how it looks on different papers. So it's going to look one way on Tomoe River, and just a totally different look, say, on any other paper. And of course, once we're done, I didn't get enough, just a second. Once we're done, we'll do some close-ups so that we can get, there we go, a better look at these inks. Troublemaker Kelp Tea. So let's let these dry and we'll be right back so we can get really, really good look at these. And I do believe that they are all dry now. Let's take a closer look. The Birmingham Penco Petrified Wood. I'm not exactly sure how they came up with this name because I just don't see the correlation, but it is definitely a muted pink, if you can see there. And along the edges, I see the darker green, so maybe that's where the name pulls in from. But Petrified Wood, definitely a muted pink. Inky Bar Pink Brown. Now that name is spot on because it's just, I mean, it's brown with just a hint of a pink undertone. I hope you could, that's coming off on camera, but it is just, if you say pinky brown, this is explicitly it. Diamond Yule Log. It is a gorgeous medium brown with like a pinkish gold, rose gold shimmer. And you can see all of the darker edges here so that when you're writing with the swatch, oh my goodness, you can definitely see all of that pink shimmer on top. It is just brown with the pink shimmer on top. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love it. And finally, Troublemaker Kelp Tea. This is the one that is different depending on the paper. So of course this is Tomoe River paper, and this is typically a pea green ink per the description. But I mean, this pink that's coming through is just gorgeous and I love it. But it shows here on Tomoe River paper as opposed to on my Wearing Gill swatch card. I see what looks like a lighter brown with greens in here, but I don't necessarily see pink. I guess this part could almost go for a salmon, but not necessarily pink. So, yep, there we go. This rounds out the month of all of our pinkish colors. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you have used any of these or if you know any others that could fall in this category. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.